Okay, we're going to take a look at how to do events and mass emails, which is probably one of the most common things that we want to do on our system. The team leader usually comes up with the idea first that he wants to send a mass email, and that can, for a lot of things, that can be a good place to start. But unlike a lot of people think, when you do a mass email, it doesn't automatically create a landing page for you. Frequently, we want to measure the response from people who received our email, and we want to take down that response in the fashion of receiving an RSVP to a specific event. So we're going to start by setting up an event page, and then we're going to prepare our mass email. As you can see, I'm here on the home page, and I'm simply going to click on Events. And once I'm on the Events page, I have a new event link right here under my name. So I'm simply going to click on New Event, and I'm going to give it a short slug. You want to keep this as short as possible, and I'm going to go ahead and click the button to create the page. Now you'll see that once we've begun the event, we're in the event settings page, and we need to give it a venue name. So now, if you're, a lot of people want to set up online events, such as a training session or a telephone conference. So if that's the case, just give it a venue name that makes sense. Um, I'm going to go ahead and assume that we're having an event in a place, and I'm in LA, so I'm going to say we're having a big event at Staples Center, and set the date and the time. And we are using Eastern Time Zone, so in your email, you will need to tell folks. What I do with my training emails is I give them the actual time for each of the 4 time zones in the country. And that way, they don't have to convert the time. We convert the time for them and tell them the time for the time zone that they are in. Um, the length, set the length. You can set it for hours or days. I'm going to set it for 1 hour. Maximum capacity, you don't need this unless you need to put a limit on the number of RSVPs that you're going to take. But you definitely want to put your contact name and your contact email address in case people want to contact you with questions about your event. Then also put your contact email number, pardon me, contact address. Then you can sell tickets to the event. That's a little bit more advanced. What you can do if you need to sell tickets, we can actually sell tickets where we process the credit card transaction and the money goes into our treasury. We can also set it up so that if it's an event by another organization and they have like an Eventbrite page where they are selling tickets, we can link to their ticket sales page. So ask for help on that. Just go ahead and create your event. Ask for help on that. Contact the tech support staff, and we can help you finalize that. But go ahead and set up your event. Now, we do want to ask for phone and address for people who RSVP. Always check those. Don't require them unless they really need to require them. If you require them, fewer people will RSVP. So that's why you're given a choice here. I never generally require this information, but I always ask for it. You can also ask for volunteers and assign them shifts if you want to. If you check these off, then you'll be asking for volunteers and let them choose a shift. That's really good for manning a convention table or something like that. For this event, I'm going to leave those unchecked, and I'm going to go ahead and save my settings. Now, we came into event settings, and we should also check our general settings and make sure everything looks copacetic here. Let's see here. I'm going to change this to Staples event. And you know what? We should put Carson's name in it somewhere. And so I'm going to take that and I'm going to copy that uh, down to the title. The title is the part that displays up here in the tab, at the top of the tab. And we also want to have the headline say the same thing. So we're going to save that. And I'm going to point out that we should work from left to right across here, across all these items. Now, you may not need to, but do at least check them out. I'm going to go back to event settings where we were. I'm going to click on, I'm on basics now. I'm going to click on advanced, and we do want to tag our RSVPs. And our RSVP tags always start with RSVP dash. That way, if you're looking for your event in the tags, you're going to be looking for it in the R's. It's going to start with RSVP, and that way we don't need to scroll through all the tags from A to Z to find an RSVP event. We know it's going to be somewhere in the R's under RSVP, and then we'll just call this the Staples event. We're probably not going to keep track of attendees. Please do not mark RSVPs as needing follow-up. That's going to be too much work for the people on the follow-up team. And then after RSVPing, what page should they land on next? Let's send them to the donate page. That's generally what I do. But if you've got another page that makes more sense, such as the volunteer page, go ahead and do that. I'm going to save the settings. And then again, I'm just going to work my way from left to right across this horizontal menu right here. The next thing I'm going to do is type in the intro, and this is where I put my information, my write-up about the event. If Dr. Carson is going to be speaking at the event, please, please, please do mention that in your write-up. That's going to increase attendance. And so there's the promotional write-up about the event. Of course, you're going to be more complete than this, but go ahead and do that. And then the location. If I don't have the address, I can always get the address by Googling. And let's see here. There we go. Now, if you're doing an online event, just put the words online here and leave the other things blank. But if it does have an address, by all means, put that information in here because that will automatically generate a map to the event for you, for your people to saying. You see it did find the location there. It's now printing a map, so I'm saving that. Okay, auto response is going to be crafted for you. As you can see, the email that they'll get for RSVPing is already. But if you have some additional language that you want to put in here, then you can go ahead and do that. And I'm going to go ahead and save that. Texting, keywords, social, stuff like that, you don't really need to do much on. But I do want you to note one thing. You're going to want to come back and look at your RSVPs. And those are going to be right here. So I'll show you in a moment just how easy it is to go in and find your RSVPs. This is really ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and publish the file now. Okay, so now this page is published, and if I want to look at my finished work, I can click on the live link, and I can look at this event live. And there it is. There's the RSVP page and everything like that. So if I want to check on my RSVPs later, I simply go to the event, click on the headline, click on edit this event, and then click on RSVPs. Now, my RSVP list is going to be empty right now because nobody has RSVP'd for this. But I can download it as a PDF, and I can also download it, my RSVPs, as a spreadsheet. So if I need to have a spreadsheet where I can go call everyone that is RSVP'd, I have the option to do that. So again, going from the once I have my event on the page here, I can simply click on edit this event and then click on RSVPs, and my list of RSVPs will be right here. I can print it as a PDF if I need to give a sheet to somebody at the door who's checking off names, or I can download a spreadsheet, either way. So now that we've got our event set up, let's go ahead and prepare our mass email to tell everybody about this event. Okay, so I'm going to go into communications, and I'm going to go to my broadcaster, and I'm going to start a new mass email. And I'm going to start a new blast, and I'm going to call it Staples Event. We want to keep these short, and we don't need a description. If you need a description, go ahead and fill something in. I don't need one because I can always go back and find my previous emails. And the next thing I'll want to do is I'll want to choose a filter. And in this case, I'm going to send it to a California filter. I'm just going to send it to all California. And I'm going to save my recipients. Now I'm going to go to the body and craft the body. Of course, you'll be a little bit more complete about what you're going to say about your event, but this is just an example. This is a training example. Now, one thing that a lot of people want to do is they want to put an RSVP button in. They want to put an RSVP button in the email. That's actually easier than you might think. I'm waiting for this to save here. It's taking a little bit longer than I thought. So while I know I'm going to need the link to the live event here in just a moment. Pardon me. Okay, now it's saved. So I'm going to flip back to the body. And first of all, if I'm going to provide my people with my email readers with a RSVP button, I've got to go get an RSVP button. RSVP buttons are just simply art. They are pictures, just like anything else. Any other picture you might want to put in with an email. So I'm just going to go to Google, and I'm going to type in RSVP now, and I'm going to switch to images, and there's a bunch of RSVP buttons. And I happen to like the very first one that came up right there. So I'm going to click on it. I'm going to right click on it, and I'm going to save the image as a file. I'm going to save it to my desktop, and I'm going to, okay, RSVP now button.jpg. That's good. I like that name, so I'm just going to go ahead and save it. And so I'm done with that. So now I need to upload that picture to my email. So I'm going to click on Files, and I'm going to click on Upload Files, and there's my desktop. Scroll down to my RSVP button, and I'm uploading that to this email. Now you need to wait until, there we go, the screen changes, and now I have the file name down here, and that means the upload is complete. So I'm going to switch back to the body. And I like to center my button, so I'm going to click center right here. Whoops, nope, that's not what I want. Okay, and uh, you use this. This button here is a picture. If you hover over it, it's going to tell you what it's going to do if you click on it. This is for inserting a picture, and since I've already uploaded this picture, I'm going to find the picture on my picture list right here. Um, there we go. So I'm simply going to insert my picture. Now that's a little bit too big, so I'm going to reduce the size of the picture by clicking on the picture and dragging the corner toward the center of the picture. There we go. That's more the size of the button that I like to have. Okay. And maybe a little bit smaller than that. A little bit smaller. There we go. So there's the RSVP button that I want to use. Now I have to turn this RSVP button into a link. So what I want to do is I want to go get the web address of my RSVP page. So I'm going to highlight this entire thing. I'm tapping Control C to copy that onto my clipboard. And now I'm going to click on the link icon that allows me to make this a link. And I'm just pasting in the web address. And I usually set these to open in a new window. And in the title, I type in RSVP now and insert. So now I have a clickable button that allows that allows me to that allows my readers to click on this RSVP button now, and it will bring them to my event page where they can RSVP. So, by the way, the same link button that I linked the image to, I can also use for text. I can highlight the text that I want to turn into a link. I can click the link button there, and there's the dialog. I can go ahead and make some of the text a link as well. And I do want to want the link to open in a new window, and I'll just go ahead and type in the same text that's on the button. Some people's email readers, remember now, cannot display images. I know yours probably can, but a lot of people out there do have email readers that can't display an image. So it's good to give them both a text link and an image link. So now I'm going to save it and preview. Takes it just a moment to save sometimes. Oh, and don't forget to put a subject on the email. I almost forgot that. Keep your subject short, nothing in all caps, no exclamation points. Okay, and email subject should also be shorter than 40 characters. So keep your email subject real short. Nothing. Oh, look, there's all caps. Okay. Oh, even that could get you flagged as email. That's still less than 40 characters, I'm willing to bet. But I actually do count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Okay, that's pretty close, but we are under 40 characters. So we're good there. Now, what I highly recommend is that you send us a copy of the email to yourself. And the way you do that, before you send to everybody else, when you're in preview mode, click the send test email. It's going to be guessing your email address. You're logged in, it knows your email address. So just click the send test email button and allow it to send you the test email so you can take a look at it in your email reader and make sure it's saying and displaying everything the way you want it to. When you're ready, finally send your email to the audience that you're trying to send to. Now, I did use a filter in setting up recipients. So let's go over filters here real quick. In people, when I want to set up a new filter, I go to people and I click on this funnel icon to set up a new filter. So I could say, I want everybody in California, and then I'm going to add another criterion, everybody who is emailable, and then I'm going to add another group row, and I'm going to say everybody who is callable. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and filter on that, and I got, hang on, it's going to tell me how many people this is retrieving. 8,000 people. So I can go ahead and click the Save Filter button to save that filter, and that's going to reach the audience that I want it to reach. If we go back to the email page, be sure you're be sure you're filtering by something, either either send to a list or to everybody who's tagged with a certain tag. Do not send to all. Whatever you're doing, I'm sure it doesn't require that you email everybody on the system, so don't do that. So when you're finally finished with your email and you're satisfied with it, do check the spam score. Now, we are getting some false positives on the spam score right now. I'm getting 0.0 spam score, so there's no problem with the spam score. If you're over 1.3, contact the tech team, but generally you're going to find that it's pretty easy to keep your spam scores low. You don't need to keep it at 0, but if it's over 1.3, contact the tech team. And we'll be glad to help you reduce your spam score before you send your email out. So when we're finally in preview mode, I've looked at the email in my email reader. It's looking good. I like it, so I can go ahead, and I'm just waiting on a slow page here. It's 10 o'clock in the morning, so some of these sites are a little bit slow at the beginning of the workday. So now I can go ahead and click my email to send to everybody. Thank you for watching this video, and certainly contact the tech team if you have any further questions.